Well, it's Sunday night, and I'm not going to do any work, but I'm going to do some looking, because it's a good time to do some looking. Right, now this ladder will carry the weight of the beams, so it should be okay with just me on it. Oh dear, focus, there we are. And, oh, look at that. That's not very pretty, is it? Now, these walls, they're made with stone held together with show, and then they've been plastered over, and they've been here quite a number of years, and they've accrued all sorts of interesting, I don't know if there is a nice word for it, stuff, mouse droppings and the odd walnut shell where at some time squirrels have lived in here and things like that. So this doesn't constitute work, just brushing it out. I have a theory that if the brush removes it, then it was too loose to remain there. Ugh. And they worry about COVID. I think anthrax and foot and mouth and swine vesicular is more likely to kill me than... Yeah, I shouldn't joke about such things, who knows. But yeah, we'll knock all that out, and that's all got to be... This is the trouble, doing things when it's not dark, but we're losing the light, and the camera doesn't like focusing when you're doing things like that. But there we are. Now, I haven't removed the wallpaper, because there are places I do wonder if it's only the wallpaper that's holding the house up. I noticed that this plaster is, how shall we describe it? Loose, I guess. Would that be a good word? Yeah. Honest, Mum, I didn't mean to break it. If it comes off as easily as that, then it needs to come out. So I think we know what I'm doing in the morning, don't you? That stone has got to come off. Wooden block that the old beam was sitting on. I'm going to put you down while I take that down. I can't really do that one-handed, standing on a ladder holding a camera. But once all this is tidied up, then I can get on with putting beams in. Well, good morning to you, good morning. It's Tuesday. If I've done me sums right, that makes it the 28th of July 2020. Yeah, we are thinking about things. It's that time of morning for thinking. And one of the problems that this building has always had, it's been dark. You know, it's got windows, yep. At the moment it's got ladders and all sorts of things going on. And what we're doing is we're creating, let me step back as far as I can, we're creating a stud wall that will go there, and we can simply frame up and stick some plasterboard up against it, and that will leave that space there, the landing, very dark. Now, okay, we've got electricity, so we can run a light and put a light up there. That's not a big issue. we will be doing that, because obviously at night, you know, I want to be able to see to go to the bathroom, which is the space I'm standing in. But what I want to do wherever possible is put in what we can think of as borrowed lights. Now, I am sort of 6 foot tall. This is going to be a bathroom. There's, well, the usual sorts of plumbing arrangements that one finds in a bathroom, which means that within this space there will be people who will feel a need to take all their clothes off. I guess all of you take all your clothes off when you have a shower. I guess you do. I guess you all have showers. You know, this is not an inquiry into your personal habits. So I'm going to put a window in this stud wall, and I've drawn a little line there, which is sort of the top of my head. So if I was standing here in bathroom order, shall we say, if the window is above that, people standing there will be none the wiser, and my modesty will be protected. So that's where we're going with this. We're going to put a piece in there. We're going to drop some framing. That's almost like giving a benediction, isn't it? Only I'm using the wrong hand and I'm not a priest, but yeah, all right. Okay, we'll sort of put some framing in there like that, yes? And that will preserve and protect the modesty of people who are showering in the bathroom. So that's sort of the next job. I've got a few little errands to run today, so yeah, we will make some progress, but possibly not too much. And we do try to get things right. You know, give it 100 years and all of this may well sort of shift a bit, but I think it's not a bad idea to start by trying to get it right. Oh, there's the frame for the stud wall. Yeah, now all that needs to be done is I've got to suck it in and get it clad on this side. I'm using what is known here as lambris. Let's see if, right, of course, the one that I'm looking at is upside down. What happens if I turn the camera up like that? There we are, that's what we're going to be using for the outside. The inside I'm going to use, I called it plasterboard. Now, of course, those of you the wrong side of the Atlantic might prefer to call it sheetrock. Right, did you all get the details of that? Let's get back up the right way round. There we are. Yeah, nothing much to see here. It's just a matter of fitting and cutting to length and nailing and such likes. So I think we'll shut up and get on with it. Oh, there we are. Yeah, the oak skirting board at the bottom. Yeah, oak skirting board. That had an interesting history. I was leaving work one day and I saw two workmen about to heft this huge chunk of oak in. Oh, hello. Yeah, you can come and look. Into a skip, and I stopped and I said, what are you doing? Oh, we're chucking this in the skip, they said. And I said, no, you're not, you're chucking it in the back of my motor, which they duly did. And yes, it made the crossing of the channel, and now it's made a skirting board. I can't finish this job today for many good reasons. There needs to be, where Madam is sitting, there needs to be a little stud there, like that, and then the door to the bathroom. Now it's actually got to come across a bit, because when I measure the sort of bath that I want, yeah, you can look, not talking to you, talking about you. When I looked at the bath I want, it needs to be just a little bit wider at that end, and that sort of suits. That suits. This horrible plain bit of stud wall is going to get painted. It'll end up as a sort of chalky grey white-ish. That's what it'll end up as. It'll start by getting a coat of primer on it. We'll put a frame in that space there to carry some glass. Doesn't need to be frosted glass, because, you know, that's sufficiently high that modesty will not be affected by it. I'm going to chuck a coat of primer on the inside, then it will get some insulating material, rock wool or something like that. Then it's got to have a sheet of plasterboard. But yeah, I'm sort of pleased with myself today. It's not the only thing I've done today. I've watered the garden, I've fed the cats, I've done other things, pulled weeds out of the garden. But it's progress, it's going the right way. Unlike Madam, who doesn't seem to know where she's going at the moment. Yeah, she's rather confused by all this sort of strangeness. In a minute she's going to ask me for food, I just know that.